right, we are back for another cleansing class, and this time we're focusing on Agni. So that is your metabolic fire. It's so much more than that, but if your Agni is out of whack, it's weak, or it's out of balance in some way, you might find that you struggle to metabolize properly, you struggle to kind of release and detoxify as our body's natural system naturally. So we're going to be stoking our fire tonight, and that involves a little bit of heat generation in the body, including through our muscles as well. So get ready, and please just go at your own pace. Don't take it too seriously. I'm going to show you some cool ways to utilize props throughout the practice as well. So just choose an option that feels doable for you. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. And relax your shoulders down away from your ears, softening into your legs and hips. And just take a bit of a quiet moment here for yourself before we begin. Hey, Sonia. Letting go of your day. And actually taking a bit of time to integrate some of the experiences that you may have had throughout the day. It's a nice way to process and compartmentalize our days, to just take a quiet moment and then retrace our steps, touch on things that may have happened, and then setting them aside. Give yourself as much time as you need to do that, and when you feel ready, arriving back at your breath and just focusing on cultivating a slow, steady rhythm. And once you're back focusing on your breath, after you've integrated your day, just trying to notice all the sensations that occur when you breathe. So the inhale, feeling it flow down in through your nose, down into your lungs, feeling the expansion and contraction of your body, feeling the breath release again. Noticing the effect, the parallel effect that that might have on your mind as well. Maybe giving a brief moment of heightened invigoration, just gently as you inhale, and a softening on the mental level as you exhale. Just noticing that beautiful mind-body ebb and flow. One more round of the breath in this way. And then bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart center. And we'll do 5 rounds of Gauranga breathing. So exhale completely. And breathing in, silently drawing the mantra Gauranga into your mind. And say the sound, Gauranga. Inhale. Gauranga. Inhale. Gauranga. Gauranga. one last time. Goranga. Opening your eyes, release your hands to your lap. Come back to regular breathing. And then we'll come over onto our knees. So that was the calm before the storm, you guys. We're going to go into Kapalabhati breathing and taking your time to find your rhythm with this. Sitting on your heels, taking a cushion under your hips if that's more comfortable, placing your hands on your knees, and you just create a pressing down into your palms so that you can kind of lift and curve through your spine so you've got lots of softness and space through your abdomen. So what we'll do is we'll inhale, and as you exhale forcefully through your nostrils and make small, fast pumping actions with your belly. I'll do one as a demonstration if you haven't done it before. And if you're comfortable with Kapalabhati, just go for it. We'll do about 3 to 5 rounds. So you'll just inhale, and as you exhale, keep, it's like a reverse sniff out the nose and pumping the belly. Do that until you feel you can't keep going with the pumping. So it's kind of this until exhaustion. And then take a breath, reset, and then you go for another round. And this is a really great way to manually cleanse through the gut area, pumping through that whole abdominal digestive region area. Okay, so I'll demo it. So that's pretty much it. That was one round, so let's just keep going. Even if you only get a few pumps in per breath, just have a go and you'll get used to it the more you practice it. I'm going to do one more round. And when you're ready, release. Come back to regular breathing pattern. You might feel a little bit lightheaded, and you may also feel a bit of dryness, which is part of the benefit, is that it helps to expel mucus in the gut lining. So that is something you can practice if you're ever feeling like a little bit internally damp. Not to be practiced too regularly though. Alrighties, let's get into some asana work. Staying on your knees and taking your left hand to the floor, reaching up and over with the right arm. Keep grounding down through the right hip as you reach over to the left. So you've got this really nice opening through your side body, lengthening through your spine. And when you're ready, up and over to the other side. Good, one more time each way. And last time. Come back to center. Swiveling around to the left. Pressing your right hand against the outside of your thigh. Turning to look over your left shoulder. I've got my back hand wrapped around my back. Peeling that peeling that left shoulder back. So you get this nice kind of wraparound twist. And swiveling around to the other side. Good. And come back to center. Over onto all fours. Starting with your shoulders stacked above your wrists, hips above the knees. We're going to go through a dynamic thread the needle now. So inhaling to raise your arm up. And as you exhale, exhaling the arm down and through, touch the shoulder to the floor. Then inhaling, sweeping the arm back up again. And exhaling, taking it down and through. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Come back to center. Place the right hand to the floor. Inhale the left arm up. Nice big reach. Exhale, taking it down and through. Tap the shoulder. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Exhale. And come back onto all fours. So we're going to be on all fours now for a cat-cow series. Anytime it gets too strong, just come back, sit on your heels, rest your knees for a moment. Looking forward, tilt your pelvis forward, inhaling, arch your back. Exhaling, tuck the tailbone, draw the chin in toward your chest, feeling your spine lengthen in the opposite direction. When you feel the urge to inhale, tilting the pelvis forward, moving the spine in a wave-like motion. Inhale, looking forward. And exhale, reverse the direction, press the floor away. Doing 2 more at your own pace, coordinating your movement with your breath. The movement follows your natural breathing pattern. Last time. And come back to center. So if you're already feeling like your wrists and knees need a bit of a rest here, please go ahead and take a little break. From here, we're going to take the left knee back and the right arm forward. Reaching back into your toes and forward into your fingertips, keeping that hip rolling down. And if you're feeling fancy, you can raise the leg up a little. Just really try to focus on hip bearing down, lengthening back into the toes, reaching into the fingertips, and pressing down strongly into this supporting palm to help stabilize through the shoulder. Exhale, lower the hand, lower the knee. Inhaling, changing sides. Starting with the arm and the leg at shoulder height and hip height. Creating a nice strong foundation, pressing down into your palm and your shin. And if you feel you can go further, taking the leg up a little, keeping the hip rolling down, breathing naturally. Okay, release. Knee to the floor. Now we'll raise the left leg. And if you're feeling a bit unstable, you can walk your hands just a little bit wider to give you a broader stance in your cat position. And this will help you to just stay nice and stable as we do a bit of core work. So we're going to raise the left leg back and then exhale. Drive the knee in, press the floor away, curl in through the chest and take the leg back. So if you're familiar and happy with that movement, keep going. I want to show you another modification that can give you a little bit more space to get that knee drive feeling. So if you take blocks under your hands, just gives you a little bit more space here so you can take the leg back and draw in. And back and draw in. We'll do 5 on each side. And really start to try and get that nice rounded cat lift feeling as you drive the knee in. Changing to the other side when you're ready. We are stoking that fire. I can already feel it, and we're just in the warm-up. Inhaling back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just notice how, as you start stoking that fire physically, how it has that nice mirrored effect in our mind as well. You might be feeling a little bit buzzed already, drawing the knee in. And exhale, knee to the floor. Drop the hips back to your heels. Take a child's pose, staying here for 5 full breaths. A little mini reset before we move on to the next series. Taking your time with each breath. And just observing if you can already feel a little bit of heat and circulation generated in your body. And slowly lift up, making your way to the top of the mat. I already need a little drink, so. All right, standing at the top of your mat, we'll do a few rounds of sun salutations, modify as needed, standing with feet firmly planted, reaching into the crown of your head, arms by your sides. Inhaling, raise your arms up, looking to your thumbs. Exhaling, folding forward, hands to the floor or your shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the floor and jump or step back into plank. And lower down. Maybe coming all the way down for your first one and lifting into a cobra, pressing into your palms. Exhale, knees to the floor, tuck the toes, and lift back into downward dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. For your first one, feel free to stretch out a little, lifting and lowering your heels. Playing with bending your knees and drawing your belly toward your thighs. And then settling in for one final breath. Looking between your hands and jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, hands to the floor and jump or step back. Plank and lower down. Inhaling into cobra or upward dog. Exhaling, lifting back into downward dog. Finding your downward dog and settling in for 3 breaths. Pressing firmly into your palms, lifting into your hips, lengthening down into your heels. Maybe softly bending through the knees. Exhale, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, arms by your sides. One final round, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, hands to the floor and jump or step back. Lower down. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, lifting back, downward dog. Taking your time with each breath. Exhale completely. And jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Okay. All right, let's go. Inhale, bending through the knees, going into chair pose, raising the arms, starting at shoulder height, and if that feels like it's far enough, staying here. Further still, taking your arms up by your ears. Scooping in through your belly, sitting down into your hips, pressing down into your feet, reaching up into your fingertips, and finding your breath. One more breath here. Inhale, press up to standing, bring your palms together. And exhale, come into a revolved chair. So dropping down into chair again, hands at prayer position in front of your heart center, revolving to the left. And maybe it's a twist to the left like so, or if you feel you can get your elbow down alongside your knee, pressing the knee and the elbow in toward each other to create a bit of leverage for rotation. And then further still, press the palms together to help you open through your chest. Looking up and over your shoulder. One more breath here. Nice. Let's move to the next side. Inhale, reaching up. Nice big breath of relief. And exhale. Back into chair. And revolving around to the right. Maybe dropping the elbow to the outside of the knee. Press the palms together, looking over the shoulder. Keep breathing. Nice. Inhale. Come back to center. Reaching up. And exhale. Take a breath. All right, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold, jump or step back into plank position. Lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale. Lifting back into downward dog. And we're going to go into downward dog knee drives. So similar to what we were doing with our dynamic cat pose, but we'll inhale, reach the right leg up. And exhale, bring the shoulders forward over the hands. Knee drives up into the belly. So you're really getting this nice lift and activation through your core. Strong through the chest, pressing and rounding here. So I'll just, for everyone who's familiar with knee drives, knock yourself out and get going. We'll do 5 on each side and then rest. I'm just going to demonstrate some options with props as well. So you can utilize, just like we did in the cat knee drivers, taking blocks under your hands will give you a little bit more space. And you don't have to reach your knee or your leg all the way up in the air. You can just take it forward and back. Forward and back. So doing 5 on each side. Another option, which is fantastic, is taking the seat of a chair and placing your hands to the seat of the chair and going into a supported downward dog, extending the leg back, taking your shoulders forward, reaching the knee up and back. So you've got a lot more space to move. And it's way less intense on the shoulders, so you can really focus on getting that core activation and the technique of learning to drive your knee in. So going from one side to the other. So you could just use any old household chair or get one from Yoga King, $89.95. So wherever you're at, 5 on each side. I'm just going to do a few more on my left side to balance out. Good. And when you've finished your drives, take it back into downward dog, take a breath, then bring your knees to the floor and rest. Coming into child's pose or extended child's pose, taking a few breaths, allowing your heart rate to settle down a little. So we're really working into the thighs, which is our biggest muscle groups in our body is hips and thighs. So building that very richly metabolic tissue is fantastic for Agni. And then also working into your core as well. Your metaphoric internal fire sits right at your core, your solar plexus. Such an energy storehouse there. So not only are we strengthening it, we're also really stoking that internal fire. All right, let's go one more round. So if you found the props helpful, please continue to use those. We're going to do the same action again, but we're going to drive the knee across the body. So you're going to get a little bit of a rotational movement, driving the right knee to the left elbow. So lifting up into downward dog. You can start with 3. If you feel like you can do 5, go for 5. Reaching the leg back, and then take right knee, coming right up high on your left toes, right knee to the left elbow, and back. 2, inhale back. 3. 3 feels like it's enough, but we're going to be hardcore today. 4, inhale back. And 5. And step back into downward dog. Inhaling, raising the left leg up. And exhale, taking that knee across. And back. Across. And back. Keep going, moving with your breath. Nice big long inhale. And Ujjayi exhale. One last time. And reach back. Feet to the floor. Take a breath in downward dog. And lower your knees to the floor. Big toes together and knees out wide. Even if we can't do it perfectly, it's still so good for us. It's a good challenge. A very good, healthy challenge. Taking your knees out wide, folding forward in child's pose. Relax. Letting your breath settle. One final breath here. And press yourself up. Okay. We'll do one standing sequence, and then we will be making our way down to the floor for some more chilled out grounding postures. So finding your way to the top of your mat, standing up nice and tall, and then sweep one leg out to the side, turning sideways on your mat, turning your right toes out and your left toes in slightly, bending through the right knee, stacking your knee. I'm just catching my breath still. Stacking your knee above your ankle and just trying to keep your knee tracking with your middle toes. So just being mindful that you're not rolling in through the hip and allowing the knee to collapse in. Extending your arms out at shoulder height. Reaching out into your fingertips, shoulders down away from your ears. You may need to just scooch the back leg out a little bit more. Settling in here. So as I said, we're really focusing on strengthening these massive, strong leg muscles that we have. Good. One more breath here. And then taking it back into reverse warrior. And we'll just hold here just for a couple of breaths. So try not to put too much weight on your backhand and knee. Try to reach and lengthen through the top arm, feeling your ribs fanning open and feeling a gentle compression through the left side of your body. And straightening out through the leg, returning back to center, swiveling your right toes in and your left toes out. Dropping down into your front thigh, stacking the knee above your ankle. Inhaling the arms out at shoulder height, turning to look just beyond your left fingertips. Nice and strong through your legs and soft through your gaze. Lifting your ribs right up out of your waistline. One more breath here. And take it back. Exalted or reverse warrior. So you're still dropping forward into the front knee, but you're shifting your body weight a little, bringing your shoulders more or less toward or over your back leg. So you'll feel it working in that front thigh, but try not to lift up out of it. Try lean into it and release. Swiveling your toes back sideways on the mat. Heel toe your feet back together. Take a breath. And step to the top of your mat. We're going to flow down into downward dog. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhaling, jumping or stepping back. Plank and lower down. Inhaling up. And exhale, coming back into downward dog. And usually we practice downward dog as a transitional pose in sun salutations. But we are now going to settle into downward dog, holding here for about 5 to 8 breaths. So really take your time to set yourself up, spreading your fingers and thumbs nice and wide. Press the floor away. Get nice and long through your spine. Lifting into your hips. And then gently reaching your toes down toward toes. Reaching your heels down toward the floor. And settling into your breath. So feeling that two-way energy from the floor up to your hips, and from your hips down to your feet. Anytime you feel like you need to rest, dropping down to your knees. Just a couple more breaths here. And releasing your knees to the floor. Sitting on your heels. Forehead to the floor. Arms down alongside your body. Completely letting go into your breath. Letting your whole body be heavy and soft. Slowly coming up. Stepping your right foot forward. If you've got your blocks handy, you might like to use them under your hands. Just going into a lunge position. We'll keep our hands to the floor or to your blocks. Letting your hips be heavy. And also invite you to experiment with the position of your foot in comparison to your knee. So you may be used to practicing it with knees stacked above your ankle. That's certainly how I was traditionally taught, but classical yoga quite often teaches it with knee over the ankle, which works into the ankle and may even give you a different experience of stretching through the front of the hip. So you can have a little play with both. We're going to spend a bit of time here, not in a very rigid way, more in a, hey, let's relax and stretch our hips kind of a approach. So try to just soften your gaze and really start to go a little bit more inward now. And feel free to move your foot a little further forward or back. A couple more breaths, and then we'll change sides. You've also got your hands and blocks as levers as well, so you can press down anytime to lift out of the stretch if it gets too much. All right, when you're ready, changing sides. Stepping the right leg back and the left foot forward. I find with hips, they have a little bit of rotation available in them, quite a bit of range of motion where if you lift your leg, you can lift it forward and back. You can kick your leg like a fan kick back and forth. So it does feel quite nice to not just stay in one position, to actually feel a little sense of rolling back and forth or moving the foot back, taking the knee forward more so that you're working into different areas of your hip. All right, taking that leg back, we're now going to go into a lizard type stretch or dragon. You can keep using your blocks if you like. Hands are forward, just like you're in a bit of a cat pose position, and we'll step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So it's pretty much on the edge of your mat. And this might be enough of a stretch. If it's too much, take your blocks under your hands so it's not as intense. Maybe on a higher setting as well. And then you can, oh, that actually feels really good. Creates a different angle. And if you're feeling like you can go a little deeper, you can come down onto your forearm or forearms and allowing your hips to sink down. And again, it doesn't have to be a static position. You can roll through the hips a little. You can also revolve a little, turning to look over your shoulder, bringing a bit of a twist into the position. And just keep breathing naturally. And pressing down into your hands, taking your right foot back. Maybe take a little wiggly child's pose just to release your hips a bit. And then step your left foot forward to the outer edge of your left hand, just on the edge of your mat. And allowing your hips to drop down. Further still, dropping forearms to the floor. Maybe rolling through the hips a little. Nice. And press up. Take your knee back. And you can take a child's pose if you like and just rock your hips from side to side. And slowly press up. Taking your legs out in front. Give them a little wiggle, releasing through the hips. And with your left leg extended, take your right foot to the outside of your left leg. If that's like, nope, my leg doesn't go there, just bring your foot out in front and we'll go into a nice seated twist. Sitting up tall, flexing your left toes back towards you, taking your left hand to your right knee, turning to look over your right shoulder, pressing down into your right hand to help you lift through your spine. Maybe wrapping the elbow around your knee, or knee to the outside. Right, elbow to the outside of your knee, opening up through your palm. Beautiful. Release. Turning around, keeping your foot where it is, going into an open twist now. So taking your right arm down the inside of your right leg, left hand behind you. And same idea of just pressing into that leg to help you lift and rotate. keeping the left leg active. And come back to center. Extend the left leg out and bring the right foot in, maybe in front of your hip or to the outer edge of your right leg. Flexing the right toes back towards you, wrapping your right hand around your left knee, placing your left hand behind you. Lift and rotate. Maybe elbow wraps around the knee or elbow to the outside of the knee. And just keep breathing. Bit of an awkward position to breathe in, but really good for us. Just keep breathing as best you can. Kind of strengthens our respiratory muscles when we are in this kind of compromised position. Makes it harder to breathe, but it's good exercise for those muscles. Rotating back to center. Releasing around to the other side now. Allowing your arm to just come down to the inside of your leg. Right hand back behind you. Lift and spiral around to the right. Keeping the right leg active. Good. Come back to center. Coming down onto your back. Hugging your knees into your chest. And taking hold of the soles of your feet, coming into happy baby. So up to you if you want to hold on the insides of the inner arches or grip to the outside, just whatever feels more accessible and comfortable for you. And then feeling your knees moving down toward the floor, thighs alongside your body. And lengthen your tailbone down towards the floor, rocking a little from side to side. And this is how the pose got its name, Happy Baby. Like a little happy baby, gooing and garring, holding its feet. Good. Coming back to center. Now crossing your ankles and holding opposite hand to foot in a nice little relaxed bind. So really try and tuck yourself into a nice little knot. And then close your eyes and we'll hold 5 breaths on this side and then we'll change the other leg over the top for another 5 breaths. And then it will be pretty much time to come into relaxation. So really starting to even more so go inwards now, maybe closing your eyes. Getting lost in your breath. Just really having that one pointed focus of inhaling and exhaling. Noticing if your breath naturally feels a little more full and slower toward the end of your practice. When you're ready, releasing your feet, swapping the other ankle over the top, taking hold of your feet again, and going back to slow, conscious breathing. to unravel. Bring the soles of your feet together, allowing your knees to fall out to the sides in a reclined butterfly position. With your arms out to your sides, palms up. Taking a few breaths here. Now, bringing your knees together and straightening your legs. And getting comfortable in Shavasana. Allowing your feet to naturally fall out to the sides, turning your palms up. Allowing your whole body to be heavy and relaxed. Observing how your mind and body feel. And also reflecting on how our practice can be a balance of effort and ease, not just in each posture, but through the entire arc of our practice as well. So we had a bit of a uptick in more challenging heating postures at the beginning of our practice, followed by lots of cooling, almost effortless style techniques toward the end of our practice, creating a nice balance of energy. Also shows us and trains our nervous system, trains our body to experience stress, to experience an elevated heart rate, but how we can then also mechanically instigate dropping our heart rate, coming back to a relaxed state, which is something we want to be able to take off the mat and into the world. And just taking this time to relax your entire body, relaxing each part as I mention it. Starting by taking your awareness all the way down to the soles of your feet. Relaxing your toes, from your big toes to your little toes. Relax the soles of your feet, your inner arches and outer arches. And feel your heels to be heavy as they rest against the floor. Soften into your ankles. And relax your calf muscles, letting your shin bones be heavy. Relax your knees and relax your thighs. Softening into your hips. Feeling both of your legs to be heavy and relaxed. Relax into your belly, from your lower belly, up and around your navel, all the way up to the diaphragm. Feeling your entire abdominal region soften a little more with every outward breath. Feeling the sides of your torso as if they're melting downwards towards the floor. Relax into your chest, relaxing your lungs, your ribs, and all the muscles in between each rib. Relax into your heart, feeling it to be soft and light. Moving your awareness up to your shoulder region, feeling your collarbones broadening and releasing. Relax the tops of the shoulders. Relax down and around your shoulder blades. Relaxing into your upper arms, your elbows, and your forearms. Soften into your wrists and soften into your palms, feeling your fingers to be gently curled. Noticing the gentle sensation of prana circulating your palms, like a little prickling sensation. And moving your awareness down to your lower back, feeling your sacrum broadening and releasing. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. Feel all the muscles either side of your spine softening and releasing. And the more you release tension through your spine and muscles, the more all the nerves protruding out of your spinal column are able to soften and relax. Feeling a gentle wave of relaxation rolling through your entire body, all the way from your head, down your spine, and out into your limbs. Your head is heavy and your face is soft. Feel as if the entire back of your body is getting heavier and heavier, as if it's merging with the earth beneath you. And feeling as if the entire front of your body is getting lighter and lighter, as if it's drifting up into the sky above you. Now simply resting where you are. Nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Just relax. If you like, you can stay laying where you are. Or if you'd like to sit up for mantra meditation, rolling over onto your left side before pressing up to sit. Wherever you are, just staying nice and relaxed. And we'll take some time now to rest our mind and heart in this beautiful sacred sound, Gauranga. Taking it in through your ears, into your mind and down into your heart. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Last time. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. And now closing off our practice by bringing our palms together in prayer position and bowing our heads, offering our respects to each other. And bowing once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste.